next part we're pretty much like going to be discussing about Willow is actually the Birdie tree. As you can see, my skill tree is kind of much more focused on Birdie, where we've got skills like Barely Sane, which allows Birdie to basically just like become active much sooner, as well as the skill Hot-Headed, which will cause Birdie to basically have a reaction to lunar aligned and shadow aligned creatures, like nightmare creatures, certain types of bosses, all that kind of stuff. He will basically just go into like his big boy mode immediately, which is actually like super useful. As well as the affinity, I've gone for Shadow Birdie because apparently he actually takes less damage from nightmares. That's why I've actually gone for that route. It actually makes him quite beefy, especially in places like the ruins. Hold on 1 second. And as you can see, he's actually quite terrifying and is already picking a fight with nightmares. Just absolute no mercy. Already just going in there. And basically, yeah, just basically just like won that fight. He barely takes any damage too, which is actually quite insane. They've also made it in this update where they just like recently made a hat fix. Hold on 1 second. Where you can now just like ignite him doing this. And you now cast a spell to actually make Birdie active, which is actually super useful. And I'm pretty sure it also works with combustion. I've not tested it just yet, but if anyone is aware of it, please let me know. And one of the biggest differences, I would say, that's actually between the lunar variant of Birdie and the shadow variant of Birdie is the fact that when dealing with nightmares, lunar Birdie will be able to kill nightmares in one less hit, while Shadow Birdie takes less damage from them due to having shadow alignment and everything. It's not very useful when you just want to be able to kill nightmares, but if you're actually just wanting to just min-max Birdie into an absolute tank, Shadow Birdie actually is a pretty good idea. This hound is being really weird. Come on, buddy. There you go. He immediately attacks Birdie. And yeah, Birdie's we'll just have an easy time with this. He's actually really beefy too. Like, Birdie's already killed like 5, I think this is his 6th nightmare right now. Or maybe 7th. As well as a hound. You can see he's barely taking any damage. He's been in a constant fight though, so he has pretty much like taken some damage because of that. You can actually attack nightmares rather early too, with the help with Birdie. But you don't have to worry about insanity to get nightmare fuel as Willow when you have Barely Sane. It's really nice. And when you're having to put up with clockworks, you actually have an easy time too. Just set this guy on fire. We make it hit, but that's why we have armor. But now that he's actually like on fire, we can just keep going at it. And this works really well with runes too. However, by far, I think one of my favorite things to actually do with Birdie, especially the Burning Birdie version, is actually just kind of exploring the ruins. Usually, whenever you have a very active part of the ruins, you have certain areas you definitely do not want to go to because of just how highly dangerous they actually become. Mostly just swarms of certain types of enemies like spelunkies. As you can see, we have a spelunky right here, and we can just very easily kill them with Birdie and an axe. Like, just casually just that. Like, yeah, they'll just go after Birdie. And if you want to, you can just use your lighter as well. Of course, this one may have dodged it after Birdie, but you can also like get them that way. And the best part of all is that you actually get beard hair from the spelunkies, which is actually used to make more Birdies if you want to do it that way. There we go, here's a good area. Look at all these monkeys. You see, Birdie will just casually take a lot of damage. And since he's actually shadow aligned, he actually takes even less damage. We're gonna add an ignite to help. And yeah, he just slaughters. He does take a lot of damage from this, since Spelunkies, I think, do about... They can do about 20 damage, which, for alignments, is actually quite a lot of damage when they're in large numbers like that. Efficient Willow is at just being the rules. As you can see, we're taking a fight with 3 nightmares at the same time, and we're pretty much just like tanking. In fact, if you actually notice, we're actually above 60 sanity, and Bernie's active. It's because of Hothead. Hothead is basically allowing us to basically just take on anything that we see in the ruins without needing to drop our sanity. This is like around the time where you can just like up your sanity, or if you just want safety, just have Bernie out just below, just be below like half sanity. Now, the last place I pretty much wanted to showcase was the ancient Pursuit of Science Station. This is an area that usually is highly coveted by Ruins rushers, as it pretty much has a fully repaired station to make Ruins gear. Ruins armor, Ruins weapons, all that kind of stuff. Showcase is just how dangerous that area pretty much is during a nightmare cycle. So we just like pretty much just casually just like waltz over here. And as you can see, this place is just teeming with nightmares right now because we're in the middle of the nightmare cycle, which is not really good. As you can see, just a ton of nightmares just barrel in. You can do a lot of damage to you if you're not careful. With the help of Birdie, we can actually do some work. As you can see, the nightmare count is getting rather high. Might be a little overwhelming for Birdie. If he winds up dying, we might be in a lot of trouble. And yep, there he goes. Good thing we have a spare, thanks to the school monkeys. And now we can just... Yeah, you can just take this place by storm. Like, we just killed all those nightmares. The nightmare cycle's still active. Our sanity is gonna drop like crazy. Over here. But you can just... Yeah, you can just take this place by storm. You're gonna go insane. You're gonna have to find a way to basically deal with sanity. By either, like, eating, like, banana shakes. But besides that, we pretty much have it. We may have just, like, completely lost our sanity, though, so that does put us in a little bit of danger. But if you want to just, like, stick out of danger, you can just put up one of these things and then just, like, wait. I almost forgot to mention that, if your birdie manages to actually, like, hit 0% and you want to actually go ahead and, like, keep that birdie, what you can do is actually try to make yourself a sewing kit. It's a little expensive, requiring, like, 8 silk, 2 hound's teeth, and a log, but making one of these things will allow you to actually patch birdie back up. So, yeah, when they're actually, like, at 0%, you can actually go ahead and, like, patch them up. You can still patch them up, even if they're just slightly damaged. But I'd advise, like, patching them up after they've just fallen. It just fully repairs them. And, yeah, that's pretty much about it. I just wanted to showcase just, like, the new skill tree pretty much going with Willow. We very much have a nightmare cycle pretty much going on, as well as Death Form Wave that kind of just hit. We're just gonna watch, like, Furry just casually just fight, like, a million nightmares in the back. Well, pretty much just, like, saying my goodbye to this video. I'm not gonna lie, I'm actually super excited to see future videos discussing, well, just future videos that just involve Burning Bernie in the Willows, because I think he's actually super underrated down here. As you can see, he just cleared all those nightmares up there, no problem. And probably it's just like taking just like a little bit of damage and that's it. Probably like 15% of his health, maybe 20, depending on if there's like a lot of terror beats. And yeah, that's pretty much it. This was Mirafel Ninja signing out.